guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Right.
In our last video on YouTube, we talked about one of the best routes to use when it comes to cover 3 bombs using the new mechanic in the game, which is the custom stick. If you look on my screen right now, I used the example of the inside release deep dig plays that you see here at a PA wide receiver in that red route. And if you missed that route, you missed that video, make sure you go ahead and watch it. I'll put the link at the back of this video at the end. You can just click on the picture and you'll be able to see it. Well, we're going to talk about in this video, their cousins and second cousins, okay? And what I'm talking about here is I'm going to talk about the best underneath route in the game, okay? So we're going to go to empty tray stack. You guys know that I love this. If you guys have been following my content, I've been using this formation in pretty much every year of my game plans. At some point during the year, we like to break this one down because it always changes from year to year. Well, the 2 routes that we really want to talk about is levels and fade out. If you look at those 2 routes, they have an inside release, but it's so minute you don't even really see it even when you go ahead and look at the player on the field. I'm going to teach you how that route is the best underneath route in the game. Now, their second cousins is going to be the ones that is in Z under, that's in curl flat Salem, that's in smash seam. And you're going to find these routes most of the time in stack formations. And I'm going to show you another route here that will go here, which is in wide stack, which is going to basically be the play here. It's called levels as well. That's using the same route, and I'm going to show you how we can use these to the best of our ability, okay? Let's jump into it, and let's talk about the levels and fade out, okay? Now, if you look at levels, you see how the X route literally doesn't even take a half a step to the right? Well, when you go ahead and custom stem that, right? All you got to do is press the Y to get the receivers up, press the X to get the receiver, press the LB, which is the left bumper, right? Hold it down. You're holding it down right now. Take the left stick and just push it up, and then as far as you want it to go, right? If you wanted to stop here, that's where basically you'd cut up the field. If you wanted to go over here, you cut up the field. You can use this route in a lot of ways, right? I'm just going to talk about its underneath ability to change what the user has to do and how great this is. Okay, so I'm just going to go across the field like this, okay? Now, the reason why I love this route so much, it has no stem. If you were to run a drag or a slant, they do a little bit of delay off the line of scrimmage. They take a step, then they go across the field. It's delayed. Well, this route has no delay to it. And if you know anything about having 3 routes that have any type of verticality to it on the right side here, it's going to drive back all your yellows, all your blues, basically all your zones are going to drive back. So look at this X, and I'm going to show you basically, we can throw it to him right here. We can wait all the way across the field. He's going to be open, right? That is kind of where the last spot you want to throw it. But I'm going to show to you where you're going to throw it right away if you want. We're just going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and this. As soon as this guy goes under here, throw this ball, and you're going to get yourself all these yards, right? Now, on the surface, okay, I mean, yeah, that's great. It's something low that the user's going to be able to get it, right? Well, the idea behind this is the spacing that you're going to create. The first space you're going to create is the high-low distance between any route that goes behind it. So let's say we're doing something like fade out, right? Well, if we do something like this, I'm just going to use the route, the X, even though it's breaking to the outside, it's the same stem. So it's going to go this way, right? Well, the distance to where this guy's only a yard or 2 off the line of scrimmage, the user's going to have to say, I'm either going to have to cover the X really, really aggressively to stop it, and that's going to allow the A to get behind them. If they go ahead and they stay, they know they have to cover the A, now the X is going to be behind them, right? That's really what this is creating. Now, what also it's going to create is the ability to have now this return route on levels. If I take this X and I go ahead and custom stem them across the board, you're going to see now, not only do I have the X that goes across here, now I got the ability to throw it to the Y. Obviously, I didn't get the throw off. I was basically just going to show you here on instant replay what the difference is. Okay, so if I look over here, you see that this guy, this Y, comes across the field, and when he does this, look at the distance between these guys. There's no user in the world that could take away the player that is going first and get in front of him to stop the ball, and also take away the other guy. They're so far away. Now let me show you the difference between that and a drag to really just kind of hammer in why this route is so good. Okay, now here's going to be a drag. Now watch, all I want you to do, I'm not even going to throw this ball. Just go ahead and look out the way the X basically takes a little bit of delay to get off the once the ball's hiked. Then he's going to go up, then he's going to cut, and look at the distance between him and Y when it's all said and done. Waits, does this. A user can cover both those guys, right? That is basically the difference between why this route is so successful, okay? Now, the second one I wanted to show you real quick, and before I get into how you could use this even better, is the smash seam route. It looks the same, but you can see actually, you can see it a little bit more that it takes that step. So these routes you have to be careful about that they're not going to have that same. So if you're looking like play art and look, oh, I think I found it, this is going to be a little bit further down, which isn't bad. Like if you're doing something like this and say you go against cover 3, this is actually not a bad thing because you're going to have that ability to say, we're just doing that, the A goes across, right? The A is going to go across, but the X is going to come right across the face of him right here, opening up that hole. There's definitely a use for these routes. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a use for everything I do in these videos, okay? Now, when it comes to, kind of understanding, how you can utilize this in the best way, right now, let's just go to the fade out, right? And we'll go ahead and show you here that I'm going to move this guy over. I'm going to put him on a comeback. I'll put this X on a, I messed up here. Let's make sure we get this here. X on a custom stem route. We're going to move him across. Well, this is going to get underneath that guy because everybody's driving up. And you're going to see here that this X, even if he doesn't go across, he's getting delayed. All this room is going to be for him, right? Now, if the user goes and comes and tries to get that, right, just say that this is the user in a cover 3 right here, right? And he's going to be covering this X guy right here because he's the one that is going to be the one that he's going to try to take it underneath route. Let's make sure that we're in fade out. Move this guy over. You know what? I'm going to, yeah. It doesn't matter. Let's say we're not even doing fade out. It doesn't matter. I'll put him on a streak just so you can understand the concept. Okay, for any stack, right? You do this. Now I'm just gonna put the A on a post just so you can see, the concept that I'm trying to get at here, right? We can go up or down. We'll go down like this. This is gonna be that high-low, that slant streak on steroids because not only this underneath X is going here. Once they go and commit to it, this A is gonna get open, right? It's just one of those deals that they can't cover high-low, and we're going to do the best we can when it comes to the distance, right? And that's really what I hammer about, why I feel like this route is the best underneath route in the game. Now, I'm going to show you here that the wide formations. A lot of people are like, how are you going to pass out of these wide formations? This wide stack, man. What we're going to do is we're going to be really, really annoying, right? So here's cover 3, right? We do this, we take this X, we move this guy over like this. Now you've got the ability to throw that ball right off the rip, right? Here it goes. You throw that ball right off the rip. Now you're going to get yourself 7-8 yards, right? Now they're going to have to basically say, I've got to go cover that, right? And if say it's a cover 2, right? I got to go cover that with my user because of the way that it does. Now I'm doing this short side, but we can do this long side, right? This guy, they're going to have to cover it with the user because this route is going to be underneath and you're going to get it into playmaker's hands. If you have a speed advantage in this game, you're going to want to use it, right? I'll just do it in the middle of the field so you can see it. And it doesn't really matter what they're doing because they have to really man those guys up in order to kind of stop this. And that's really going to make it hard for them, right? Do something like this. Now you're going to do here. This guy's going to come throw. Simple throw. And now you got this easy run, right? And the reason why these wides are so tough because you've got to be cognizant of stopping the run. You got to be cognizant of worrying about any type of, RPOs to the outside. Now you got to worry about this, or knowing route. That's why I'm calling this the best underneath route in the game. So if you like this type of content, again, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. These are things that I want to teach you what you should be looking for when you're looking for playbooks. Obviously, if you guys want to learn schemes from us where we put all of our ideas, all of our plays and how to put it and say, you know what, this is how you set up your offense. This is how you get them to play certain defenses. And this is once they get to that, you go ahead and beat them here and really just show you an offensive scheme. That's what our website's for. Check it out. It's HuddleGG. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. And if you guys didn't see that cover 3 video, hit that up. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.